Hi there, welcome to Always Forever Creations. My name is Stephanie, and today we are going to do part 2 of making thinking of you cards / happy hello cards. And I will be donating these to scrapbook.com's Cards for Kindness initiative. I got an email probably a couple months ago now, and they were looking for masculine thinking of you cards or happy hello cards. So I'm trying to go the masculine route with them, and I used Amazon's toy magazine that they put out for the holidays, so you can get all your favorite toys. So in part 1, we went through the magazine, pulled all these really cute images out, and picked papers and sentiments for all of them, and now we're going to assemble them. I'll probably only assemble a couple on camera. It's pretty late right now. It's 10 o'clock at night. This is my bedtime. So we'll assemble a couple, but at the end of the video, I will show all the designs of all the cards because they're all going to be slightly different. So, anything else? How is everyone? Let's get started. Okay, I have I have 2 hello cards because I can't decide which one I want to do. And then one of the thinking of you cards. So I did cut down some of the papers to like the card base because that will be the biggest it could be, I guess. And yeah, so this one had a couple of different papers. I guess it had a couple of card bases too. Okay. Yeah, so let's see. All the backs of the cards, I'm just gonna do coffee dyed copy paper. Maybe we can stamp some lines on there. I've been really liking lines where I've been like writing my notes to people. So, but yeah, these cards are just going to be front and back. And yeah, kind of have to decide now what we want where. And if we want things torn or clean edges or rounded corners or inking, so many decisions to make. Do need some foam tape. I do have ink here. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm thinking is cutting this down. I think the bottom I'm gonna make a straight cut, and the top I'm gonna make a torn edge. Okay, sorry. Okay, how? Well, I guess I could just tear some off. Let's cut this down to 5.5. I have my paper trimmer right over here. You can't see it, but it's there. Okay, and then gonna do a nice messy tear. Nice mountainy messy tear. But then it kind of adds like another landscape element. Yeah. Now we can ink this in what color? Okay. A colored ink. I do have a blue. Should maybe do like a green, or how about this iced spruce color? That could work. Oh gosh. Get to crafting and then like all of a sudden there's no room on your table. How does this happen? And I'm being loud. My daughter took 2.5 hours to go down and sleep in her crib. She's just going through a phase of like growing and teething and whatnot. I don't know, sometimes she'll go down super easy and sleep through the night, and then other times she just wants to be held, and I expect her to wake up a couple times tonight, probably around 1 and then around 4. So I should be sleeping, right? But instead I'm crafting. I haven't had much time. Well, I made my Halloween costumes. I made mine, my husband's, and the kids' Halloween costumes, so that has taken up some time. And then I work for a mascot manufacturing company, and we got 15 orders, which is a lot for us, in the matter of like 2 days. So yeah, it's gonna be a busy season. There's a lot of making I want to do, and I'm hoping I will get to do that. I think I'm gonna offset him a little bit like this. I feel like, do I need something darker just to hit the edge to make it pop? Okay. All right. So the last card I made, I used tape. I usually use glue, and you know what? I think I'm gonna use, I don't know. I'm gonna use both. And I'm gonna use foam tape. Alrighty. Yeah, for this piece I'm gonna use glue. Okay. Okay. How is everyone? I don't mean to complain. I'm very grateful that I get to do this. I just wish I could do it more, or like do it more efficiently. Like if I had an hour just to sit down and craft, like I think it would be good, but like an uninterrupted hour, that would be nice. Okay. It's a little off, but I'm not gonna let that bother me. And then I'll tape this part to the base. Since it's a nice flat piece. My dogs are drinking water. Okay. Sit and wait for them to be done. Okay. I'm gonna use tape for this since it's a nice flat piece, but for like the dyed papers, I think glue will be a better option. My husband had to go down to the valley today to work on those costumes. He helps his mom out making the foam structures of them. So he went to go do that today. So the kids and I were kind of stuck at home. I mean, we spent the morning together. So we went to breakfast and then went to Costco. So it was fun going to Costco on Saturday morning. That's what you do in a small town. Yeah, and then we came home and he went down to the valley, and we only have one car, so the kids and I were kind of stuck at home. But they were good. It was fun. I cleaned up the house a little bit. Like I cleaned out the fridge and actually cleaned the bathroom sink, and I pulled out our sunflowers because they were all dead. But my son was so funny, he collected all the sunflower seeds that fell off of them. So, but we can use those and plant them next year sometime. I think we planted ours around like in May, and they came up in August. Yeah, and they were good for about a month, but they needed to have gone for a few weeks now. So I got those out, but I pulled a couple of the roots out and they were like huge bundles of roots. So I left a few in, so maybe they'll grow back. I know nothing about gardening. And I don't know anything about sunflowers. We just put some seeds in the ground and we have a watering system, and they grew and they were beautiful. But yeah, I don't know what you're supposed to do after that. So I'm gonna pop this up with, I don't know. I'll just use these. Oh, I'll cut this off first. I think I want the guy over here, and then we'll put the thinking of you here. And then this card is complete from there. I mean, really simple, but it's cute, and I hope somebody's gonna love getting that. I always love getting handmade cards. I don't get many. I have like 3, and I do plan to display them in such a special way because I do love them so much. Okay. Stop talking, more making. I'm just gonna snip this off. Like that. It's like, these are my paper scissors, right? They are. Yes, they are. I've been sewing, making the costume, so my fabric scissors have been out. And don't want to use your fabric scissors on paper. That is a big no-no. I mean, you can if you want to, but then they're not going to work on fabric again. There's a good reason for that rule. thankfully, like, my husband knows this rule, so he's always like, can I use these scissors for this? Yes, dear, that's fine. But his mom is a seamstress too, so he knows. Okay. Are you guys excited for Halloween? Well, by the time you see this, Halloween will have passed. Yeah. I'm excited. Last year, I didn't get to go trick-or-treating with my son because I couldn't walk. Because I had just had my daughter and I had a C-section, so which is a major surgery, if you didn't know. And yeah, I couldn't walk yet. I did try. I made it 2 houses down and I was like, this is a bad idea. And even a family friend was like, what were you thinking? I was like, well, they tell you to get up and move. And she's like, yeah, you walk to the kitchen to get a drink of water and you walk back to your seat. But yeah, I mean, I was only a few days home from the hospital. So, and then a few days, well, actually only a couple days home from the hospital. And then, yeah, a few days after having surgery. So yeah, it wasn't a great idea. I think I'm gonna mimic what I did on this piece where the top is torn and I have a partially torn edge here. And then the bottom is a straight cut. So I'm gonna cut that on my paper trimmer. And then I'm gonna try to tear this a little bit more. I am going to be purchasing some things for, where's my ruler? Okay, sorry. I'm gonna be purchasing some things for Christmas cards this year. And maybe, I think so. And I'm gonna add like a couple more tools in there that I've really wanted. And one is a tearing ruler that has like the decal etching on it. So I am pretty excited for that. Okay, do we want this inked in something? This is too long. Hold on. I'll just trim that with my scissors. I can manage that. Okay. Let's see. Do we want it to the edge like that? Or floating, popped up? I think I like it on the edge like that. I do want to ink it in something. Maybe that ice spruce again. The new Tim Holtz color just dropped today. It's pretty. It's I think I want to get it because I don't have a red, and it's kind of the red I was hoping to get when I was making my brother's wedding planner. I mean, that was mainly like made with a bunch of purples, but I really wanted like a deep red color to mimic blood. And I just could not find that. And that color just dropped today. Okay. I like the iciness of everything going on here. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to use these to pop it up because these are a little bit thicker, so it will add another layer of dimension. Actually, sorry, whoops, I have actual like burlap or canvas. I think it would be nice to have like a little bit of texture on here. Okay, hold on, pause. All right. I have this paper pad here, and this I was thinking this. I have a scrap of this somewhere, but do I want to go looking for it? Not really. Oh yeah, I have that. That could work. I pulled that for another card. Okay. It's in here. Okay. And I do have more of it in my scrap bin that I can pull out if I need to. But yeah, just having that extra texture. I'm just gonna do a very, very thin border of this. Now the question will be, will the foam tape stick to this? Anyone know? I don't. I've never tried it. We're gonna try it today. So this will go straight down. I'm gonna tape this. Because this is a printed burlap, it doesn't have any actual texture to it, so it'll be nice to kind of have just a little bit. I like how this side is fraying. You can, there, we can get these sides to fray. Cool. And we'll see if I can get this to stick. Oh, come off. I need to get a new pokey tool. Does anyone have any recommendations for that? I see all these people like posting, oh, my favorite tools and supplies. And I feel like I don't have favorites of things. Like I haven't used enough stuff to have favorites. Okay. Oh, it needs to go up. Oh, it sticks. If you were wondering, it sticks. Okay. There we go. Well, that's good. It's good to know. Okay, and that one is done. Very masculine. No, I think it's adorable. Okay, and then I don't think I need to film it, but I'm gonna back all of these with some coffee dyed copy paper. I have a bunch of random scraps like this, and what I do is I stick it down with tape or glue and then just cut around it. So there's not a lot of waste. I don't try to cut it in my paper trimmer to get it the right size. It's just easier to stick it on and cut around it. And I think that ends up going a lot faster too. So that is what I'm going to do. Let's move on to one of these hello cards. Okay, which one do we want to do? I need to get these smaller in order to like be able to see around here. Well, that doesn't show much. A map. Didn't even notice that until right now. I think I have an extra piece though, so it's okay. But I think I'm gonna cut off too much of the characters. All right, I guess we're gonna work on this one. Let's set this one aside. Okay. First, I'm gonna tear this off. I'm gonna do a clean, straight tear. Tears aren't normally clean. I'm gonna do a straight tear. Maybe. Okay. But yeah, if I tear any here, I'm really getting into the fox. I don't know, does he need his arm and foot? The owl needs its head. Maybe I can get a little bit more from here. Oh, not much. Okay. I don't know if that's helpful, but if we... But now two sides are torn. I shouldn't have torn that side. Oh, okay. It's late. Okay, come on. Tear, tear, tear. There we go. Got it. Okay. Little tiny bit off the top. It can go on an angle. That's okay. Okay. There we go. I wish I could place it on an angle. I mean, can I? Ever so slightly? That's kind of cool. I like that. I really want to pop this up too. Okay, what is going to be the best option for that? Maybe these circle ones? Now I gotta get this all off. Oh, do I want to ink this? I don't think I do. I am not going to. This behind it is grungy and messy enough. I think all the artwork from the magazine can kind of just stay at it as is and just let it be what it was, you know, meant to be. But now it's getting a new life. I guess it wasn't meant to be cards. It was just meant to go in this magazine. And now it's getting a new life. I do like that. Okay, let's glue it down. Oh dear. I should have glued it down to the card base before I put this on. All right, can I tape it? I don't know if that will work really well. It'll be really, I mean, I guess that's okay. It'll be really puckery with tape, because unless you like put tape everywhere, I would just put a few strips down. So we'll pucker a lot, but I guess that would be okay. Wow, this is not cut straight at all. Okay. Yay. Okay, I need to put something as a base under this. So options are all these other papers that well, I guess they have to be the right size. This is, no, I want something with more contrast. That is what the hello is cut out of. Because you're not going to see this. You're just going to barely see the border. Maybe I can just like ink blend something on the edges. I'm not good at doing that, but I can try. Alrighty, what color? Should be a color, should be neutral. Let's see. Let's make it bright pink. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You know what might be cool? Because the fox is orange. Orange could be cool. I like doing weird things like that. It's such a small area. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do orange. Okay. Don't judge the blending, because I know I'm not good. I heard that if you get the domed ones, it's easier. So, but they're harder to store. So I'm just not sure. Turn your paper. That was another trick that I have picked up watching demos and whatnot. Oh, I think it's, I mean, for just being needing the edge, I think it's okay, right? I like spraying just a little bit of, well, I did this on my daughter's invitations. I just sprayed a little water and then like reblended it, and it came out smoother. So I don't think I need to do that for this though, because it's literally a sliver. Okay. Alrighty. I'm gonna remove this. That's super cool. I'm gonna try to tilt it this way and I'll just trim this off. Okay, I'm gonna use glue if I can get it out. I feel like I always go in with a plan to make a card, but it kind of builds itself organically. But that, I mean, that's what's fun about sitting down and making. Don't stick to your plans. You get new ideas in the middle. Alrighty. I'm gonna tilt just a little bit, and we'll figure out where to put that hello. Because that's got to go somewhere too without covering up a character. Alrighty, I'll cut those off in a minute. I mean, if we put the two L's in the middle of the mice, or we can put it right across the sweater. I don't want to put it on, what if we put it on, see, now I'm getting another idea. What if we put it on some vellum so it has something to like sit on, but then the vellum's not going to cover up the background, the picture. Sorry, I was in my head as I was trying to say that sentence, in my head I was saying, well, how am I going to attach the vellum without seeing like glue or tape lines? And then I was like, well, I will glue behind the hello on the vellum. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Now I gotta go find some vellum. Okay, I have some vellum. This is printable vellum. If that matters to anyone, I got it at Hobby Lobby. They were supposed to be for save the date cards that never happened. Okay. I don't remember. I cut the hellos on my Cricut, and I'll leave the file name, or if it was a font. If it was a font, I think I probably did a lot of work to it to make it look like this, but I don't think it was. I think this was just like, I typed in hello and this is what came up. And I do use it for a lot of the cards that I donate to Cards for Kindness, because they're always looking for like happy hello cards. So this is like my go-to hello. So it was 2.5 by like an inch. So I'm gonna make this 3 by 1.5, if you were wondering. And this could be something I pull in when I make some of the other cards too, because on these ones, you know, you kind of run into where the card is like the whole picture. So it's like, where do I put the sentiment? Well, that's why you have the card open up, so you can put a sentiment in there. I don't like making cards that open up because I feel like it's too much space to decorate. That's the main reason. No, a lot of times I don't decorate the back. Sometimes I'll put like a little sticker or little, very small embellishment, but not much. Yeah, so I'll just put that on. Oh, is this too big? I think this is too big. I need to cut it down some. So maybe I should have went 1 1/4. Let's try that. All right, cut this down to 1 1/4 by 2 3/4. So yeah, now it fits a little bit better. I am gonna round these corners, I think. If I can find my corner rounder. It's one of those tools my daughter comes through and it's just like, who knows where it ends up, somewhere on the floor. Thankfully, it was just under my chair. Okay. I think this is gonna work. And just like we did on the other card, we can go all the way to the edge with it. And then put the hello. Gives it a little bit more structure, but you can still see that background. And I mean, if I want to get really fancy with it, this is thin enough and pliable to where like I can stick it. Okay, getting ahead of myself. Let's get this glued down to the vellum. Do you guys watch Ink Master? I have been watching that show since I think like season 2, and I really enjoy it. I mean, it makes me absolutely terrified to get another tattoo again, but at least now like I know what to look for from an artist. But yeah, the artist that went home this past week, I was so sad. He's my favorite on there, and I really wanted him to win. I mean, well, I don't want to give away what's going on in the show, but yeah, I wanted him to win. Let's see. Is this thin enough? What does that look like? I think this could work. Just stick it where it will fit. Oh, it's not sticking. Stick, stick, stick. Okay, it is sticking. You just got to push it down. Okay. All right. Oh no. Okay. Remember guys, cards are very forgiving because let's be honest, they don't have to function long. Okay? So don't get too stressed out about, you know, if something isn't going together the way you planned. I am a little worried about the vellum sticking to this foam tape, but I think it's gonna be okay. Just kind of have to get it in, get it on there and get it stuck. Okay. That is super cool. I love that. And see, I didn't plan that. I just thought of it as I was making the card. So yeah, don't stick to your plans. But it's always good to have like some sort of idea what you're gonna do when you sit down. But don't be afraid to be flexible. Okay. I need to tell myself that when I make journals. Okay. I love it. All right, you guys. I think that is gonna be it for tonight. Nobody's gonna sit here and watch anyone make 12 cards, let alone me. So, why do I always have to clean before I... Okay, I'm done cleaning. All right, these are the two that we made together. Once I get the others done, I'm gonna show all of them to you. But yeah, I really loved how these turned out, and I love them. I think they're cute. I think they are masculine. I think my brothers and my dads would enjoy getting these cards. So that's always what I think about when, I'm making cards of, oh my gosh, I can't talk. I always think about the person I'm giving them to when I make cards, but when you're making cards to donate, I always, reference the people in my life, like, would they enjoy this? And I think they would. I think specifically my brothers would enjoy these two. So if I had these in my stash and I was like, oh, I'm gonna send my brothers a card, I don't know. I think of them when I see these, is I guess what I'm trying to say. Okay. I am gonna go to bed because it's 11 o'clock, and I'm gonna make the rest hopefully tomorrow, and we'll come back. It'll only be a second for you guys. Alrighty, friends. The thinking of you cards are done. Finally finished them up this afternoon. Well, it's a few days later. It doesn't matter. These are the two that we made together. So let's go through the other ones. And I really like how they all turned out. Very pretty. Or when a smile hits you out of the blue, that's me thinking of you. I really love this card. One of my favorites. I did try to cover up the background a lot. It is pretty busy, but I do love how it turned out. This one was a little challenging, but it's a simple, pretty card. I think somebody will enjoy it very much. And then again, all of them are backed with copy paper that I dyed with coffee. I really love how this one turned out. It's very simple. I added some twine that over the ribbon lines that was on the box. And I did add a little bit of dimension with the moon or sun. I'm not sure what this was supposed to be. I made it a moon. So, and this one, I really love all of them. This one I kept really simple because, the artwork is pretty busy on there, so. And all the edges are lifting up to add some dimension, but everything is like glued down. There's no foam, so. A good way to add some dimension without foam, just don't glue down those edges. I did the same thing on this Thinking of You. This one's a very simple, quiet card. And I think depending on what the person's going through that you're sending the card with, I think would affect which design you choose to send them. Love this little scene that I got to build with these cute little characters. And this last one. Those are all the Thinking of You /hello cards. I am going to be sending them to scrapbook.com's Card for Kindness. And they did just send me an email just today. So let me let you know what they need. So they're currently in need as of November 3rd, 2022. Happy Valentine's Day, happy birthday, thinking of you, happy hello, and winter themed cards. And they are also looking for some kindness themed cards. And they give some examples. Be kind, kindness matters, choose kindness, kindness changes everything, and kindness is contagious. And cards they don't need right now are Christmas cards, congratulations, and inspirational cards. So they're not in need of those. And I will leave a link in the description box down below. I don't know if the blog is updated, but at least on that page you'll be able to find all the information you need to donate cards, because they want certain sizes and a minimum of like 10 cards, and then they tell you where to send them and how to send them, and there's also a form you need to fill out. So the link will be again down below in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you feel inspired. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's get together again soon.